Hey guys, this is Anthony with Anthony's Fishy Friends, and today I'm going to bring you the official video on my sump build of my living room saltwater tank. I have moved some rocks around. I've taken quite a few out. I removed the purple pseudo that I had in here. He is a little more aggressive and I really want to make this a more peaceful tank. We'll see if these clownfish work out. If they don't, I suppose it might not be quite as peaceful as I was hoping. But they didn't bother the firefish that I had in there. It was the purple pseudo that did. So, we'll see how it goes. Let's take a look at the sump. Here you can see my sump. It is a 29-gallon aquarium. On the right hand side you can see my two returns with the ball valves. I have both opened wide open. I am using these food containers that I found. They do have the number 5 in the recycle symbol. So they are safe to use for the fish supposedly. And so far so good. Although I don't think long enough has gone by to see if it's actually going to leach anything into the water. I do have a little bowl thing here with some pyrogen in there currently. This just helps quiet it down and divert the water from going straight through the polyfill straight into the biomedia. If I were to not have that bowl there, eventually the water and detritus and whatever waste that should be collected by the polyfill would bypass it from the sheer force in two little spots. Here you could see my protein skimmer I have. It's not really producing too much foam right now. I just topped it off quite a bit. So I believe when you usually do that, it dilutes the proteins in the water, so it stops producing too much foam for a little while. I am using, once again, lava rock as my choice of biomedia. At first I cut these little PVC pieces because I did have this sitting much lower, but I wanted to use as much water as I possibly could in this tank. And the way you see it there, if this pump stops, the water comes up to just about the black rim, so it's not too bad. So I again used a pot, a ceramic pot. This one was painted, and that raised it up to where I'd like it. I am using it was made by the makers of Instant Ocean salt. I believe the maker is actually Marineland. So that's the protein skimmer I have here. It's called the Cyclone 100. They also have a 150 model. Over here, I temporarily have these rocks. These are some of the rocks that were in the aquarium above. I left them in there so I didn't lose any... Oh, sorry guys, I'm blanking. Any of the beneficial bacteria. And there I have my return pump with another pack of pyrogen right next to that. I'm hoping not to have to recharge that one so often, and I may eventually just stop the use of pyrogen altogether. Other than that, you can see the two sponges I had from the two aqua clears I had in there. And then I have two pretty big bags of crushed coral that I was using as the biomedia within those aqua clear 110s. Although I currently have a jungle mess there, I do plan on getting it all cleaned up shortly. In the meanwhile, you can see here I do have my DC pump controller and my Inkbird temperature controller. I have this tank set to 75 currently. This is an about 1100 gallon per hour pump that I have about half speed. We'll see about raising that up if I want to or not. And the last thing I want to show you guys down here is this area. You can see right here where there was another piece coming across all the way from front to back. Just like you see right here, there is actually another door. I would have loved to get at least a 4-foot tank all the way across, but I really did not feel like removing that as well. I do plan on putting some better supports here in the front. These pieces are sit flush all the way across the back, so those are fine. I'll likely put some screws in there just to secure them to the back boards. And then these ones, I'm thinking some 4x4s or 4x6s right here, right in the center, just to be sure. Because removing that board, I am a little bit nervous. On that isolated rock, I have green star polyps, which seem to be growing pretty quick. You can't even see the plug anymore. I did not remove the plug, guys. So yeah. You can see my 2 clownfish right over here. And in the back there, you can see all the paint that was removed. I don't know if you guys could really see the little white piece where the paint is missing, but that is from me putting on this overflow box. And right over down here, oh, you can see in the reflection. Let's see if he'll let us see. I don't have a name for him yet. I don't know if I will have a name for him. So from now on, for now at least, we'll call him #IBlameBob. So everyone say hello to #IBlameBob. I have not quite made the pieces here that I do want to make. The PVC pieces you guys can see sticking in that overflow box. What I want to do is make something to make it a little more quiet, which I know I can do. I did it on the other 2 I have. You can see the 2 PVCs going down right here. Sorry guys, I suppose now you can see the 2 PVCs going down right here and in. So those were the drains. You can see them in the back over here. We're now on the other side of the tank. And this is the return. Straight over, up, and in. Eventually we may end up putting a T there instead of that elbow, where we'll have another return going to the other side. Now you can see I did have to cut notches out in my hood for both the return and the drain pipes, being the overflow box. So yeah guys, I tried a few different things to cut this. I ended up using a Dremel with a cutoff wheel. I went through, I don't know, 15 to 20 cutoff wheels. I thought this was just plastic. It turns out it is not plastic at all. It actually seems to be some sort of aluminum. So if you guys can see the shiny bits there, yeah, it's not plastic. I do plan on removing that live rock there when the coralline algae starts to grow, and I think it may very well have started to on the back glass there. You can see the little white dots, trying to focus in on them there. So coralline algae, it starts to calcify, so it starts to turn white, and then it starts to turn purple. And give you guys one last look at the tank. And last thing, I'm not sure what fish will go in here next. I'm thinking of a foxface rabbitfish, but it is a popular fish, so we'll see. Thanks for watching guys, have a good day.